Have you ever eaten a cold slice of pizza after a night of heavy drinking? It's not as good, but it still gets the job done. That's kind of how I felt about this movie.
Where's the pizza?
I saw this movie last Friday and I only went because I had nothing else to do. I'm just so popular, you know? I saw the trailer months ago and I didn't laugh at any of the jokes, but I at least kept it on my radar. Jennifer Lawrence is a pretty woman, so I figured, at least if the movie sucks, I could just stare at this pretty woman for an hour and a half. I usually like ridiculous comedies like this, but the trailer reminded me of the white woman on Vine I used to hate that made these stupid faces. This wasn't funny to me. Now, I will say, I didn't think this movie was funny at all, but I actually enjoyed it, at least more than I thought I would. Jennifer Lawrence is the star of the film and she gave a pretty good performance as Maddie. She's a talented actress who's won a ton of awards, classic movies, classic characters. Alright, that's a joke. Andrew Barth Feldman is the other star of the film playing Percy, and I don't know much about him. He's 21 years old, he doesn't have a lot of acting credits, but I thought his acting was great in this movie. He actually seemed like a complete loser. Watching the trailer, I didn't realize that Matthew Broderick was in this movie. I had a brain blast moment in the theater. I was like, wait a minute. That guy really looks like Inspector Gadget. Maddie and Percy are in 95% of this film, so the rest of the characters are kind of just there. I like the mom character, Laura Benanti. I hope I said that right. Maddie's friends Sarah and Jim didn't really do anything, and then they just randomly threw this guy in there. Jennifer and Andrew obviously do the heavy lifting. When it comes to the story of this movie, we've seen this plenty of times before. It reminded me of one of those movies where a popular student fixes up a nerd to make them popular, or a prom queen. They start to fall for each other, one of them gets exposed, and then they still end up being friends at the end of the film. We've seen this before. Maybe not exactly having sex to get a car, but it still falls in line with those other movies. I'm not sure why they wouldn't just give a woman money instead of a car, but I guess then we wouldn't have a movie. The writing for this movie is very predictable. I predicted every beat of this movie correctly except for the final decision that Maddie made at the end. I didn't really find any of the jokes funny outside of a few. It was about 20 people in my theater, and outside of this old couple, it was dead silent for the most part. They were laughing at jokes that were in the trailer. But even with the predictable writing and story, forgettable side characters, lack of jokes hitting, I still for some reason enjoyed this movie. Now for the first 30 minutes of this movie, I thought it was gonna be terrible. The only thing about the beginning of the movie that I liked were the parents. They were great. The movie didn't pick up for me until we got this scene of them at the beach. It's a scene at the beach that is one of the most ridiculous yet amazing things I've ever seen in my life. You have this random ass brawl that takes place on the beach, and it was incredible for many reasons. I thought it was going to be this situation where the camera cuts away, but they fully committed and had like a 3-minute fight scene. That scene woke my theater up as everyone erupted with joy and confusion over what we were seeing. After that scene, the movie really picks up. Usually in movies, I hate when characters break out and start randomly singing, but here, it worked for me. Can't believe I'm saying that. A character broke into a song and I actually liked it. They had another scene at a party, and as a millennial, aka an old man, I love when they make fun of younger generations. Jennifer Lawrence told these two guys to go f themselves, and they were like, whoa, are you homophobic? That part killed me. They introduced another female character in the movie, which made no sense to me. They say repeatedly that Percy's character doesn't have any friends, but then he randomly gets this girl that's all over him. I get she was only there to make Maddie's character realize how much she cares for him, but it seemed random. Also, they introduced this babysitter character. That went nowhere. It's not a spoiler because everyone knew that Percy would find out about the plan eventually. It happens in all these types of movies. I always look forward to the downfall scene because I'm an evil person, but that was one of the best parts of the movie. Percy's much better than me though, because if a girl that looked like that came at me, I'm folding immediately. Yes, men are trash. I saw online that people were complaining about it being creepy because Maddie's character is 32 and she's trying to hook up with a 19-year-old and Percy. Shut up. The age gap is a cause of controversy, and not the fact that the parents are pimping women out to try to get their son laid. That didn't even cross my mind. It's like people are looking for any reason to be upset today. It's a movie. A comedy movie at that. The film made $15 million in America and $8 million around the globe. This film cost $45 million to make, and that's before marketing. On Rotten Tomatoes, it currently has a critics rating of 67% and a fan rating of 87%. I'm going to give this movie a 7, which is a good on my scale. I know it's crazy that I didn't find a comedy movie funny, but at the end of the day, I was entertained. I thought Maddie and Percy had good chemistry. The beach scene is one of the most ridiculous and random things I've ever seen, and it had a simple but entertaining story. Every movie doesn't need a Christopher Nolan-like script. But thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new here. We got a lot of movies coming out over the next few weeks. I'm gonna probably see Joyride, Insidious, Mission Impossible, Oppenheimer. It's going to be a lot. But did you guys enjoy the movie? Did you care about the controversy at all? I saw a lot of positive takes on Twitter, but let me know in the comment sections below. Love you guys. Tell someone you love them. Until next time, see you in the next life.